Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we are off for the finale of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix HD. It's been a little bit of a while since we've last been here at the final rest proper. I think it was like, what, part 55, and then we went off to do all the bonus stuff, which, funnily enough, only took about 11 episodes. Could have been 10 if I could have got all the gummy ship missions all in one video, but that was just not feasible. We are here with a completed journal at level 100. That could make the final boss a little bit easier than intended, but that's not really anything I can do, really, mainly because it was required for a trophy, and the game actually scores you on that as well, so yeah. First of all, let's have a little quick overview of our equipment before we go in. This is just a little overview, not really preparing at all, because anything can pretty much work. We've got Ultimate Weapon with the Guard Earring, Cosmic Arts, and a Crystal Crown for Sora. Save the Queen, a Gaia Bangle, and the Royal Crown for Donald. Save the King, Ribbon, Master Earring, Rune Amulet, and Omega Arts for Goofy. You can go for high magic, you can go for a balanced weapon, or you can go for high power. Either is any good. We have 1 point left over, but we're not going to be going with abilities right now, mainly because we've got some items to use. Plus, I want to make sure I have nothing but elixirs on Sora, because they're the best items. Donald can have nothing but a bunch of potions. Actually, high potions would also be pretty good. So we'll give him a couple of high potions. And we'll give him a couple of ethers. Reason being is because well, it's the final boss. But unlike every other boss that we fought, that have, well, mostly had 1 to 2 phases at most, that's not going to be the case. Just keep that in mind. I'm not going to tell you how many phases there are until we actually go through them all. But yeah, that's a thing. So, going to give Goofy an elixir. Going to give him a bunch of high potions. A couple of ethers. And, yeah, I believe that will do. Everyone's just got a bunch of everything. I don't need to prioritize mega potions or mega ethers. Yeah, so, let's have a look at our stats quickly. 69, of course, on Sora. 69 strength, 53 defense. 70 strength. Wow, really? Donald's actually got more. Well, everyone's got more strength than me. How the hell did that happen? Well, I think I know where all my power's going to go into. But yeah, Donald's got. In fact, everyone's got more stats than I have. What the hell? All I've got is better HP. How did that happen? Oh, whatever. Well, yeah, maximum experience is 9, a 9, and a 9. We haven't actually hit that, but we will eventually. But that don't really matter. Yeah, I think all the stat boosts are going to go to Sora at this point, because for some reason I'm underpowered compared to everyone else. So, yep, we're just going to take everything. I was going to decide who should everything go to, but I think we know who it's all going to now then. Just slap it all on Sora, goddammit. Right, now we've got 7 AP ups. Let's go have a little look at our AP here and see what we could give. Goofy's got 1 remaining, and we could actually give him Evolution if we really wanted to, so I might give him 2 just to satisfy that. I mean, has he got another treasure magnet on already? Yeah, he has, so that could be something that we could do, so we could just give him the 2. Donald could possibly have Jackpot, that's pretty much it, so we can have 2, and the rest can go to Sora. So, let's do that. 2 to Goofy. 1. 2 to Donald. Let's see if that's enough. Goofy can now have Evolution on, as well as everything else. Kind of redundant, but whatever. I like to have it on. And Sora needs the rest of them, and that'll bump him up to 5 available. No, 4 available, excuse me. I miscounted. And that's all of our upgrades used. I mean, we used quite a few of the AP ups during the story for convenience. But other than that, we pretty much have everything. Now, I like to have Sonic Blade if I cannot hit them with... Well, I like to have Strike Raid if I can't hit them with Sonic Blade, but I like Sonic Blade more. So we can now have both of them on. And with everything else, I'd rather have an Air Combo Plus on top of a Combo Plus, because Combo Pluses, as we all know, are ground, Air Combo Pluses are air combos are faster. I just prefer it. Plus, I feel like I'm going to take off all my ground Combo Pluses to keep them as short as possible. So let me just make sure I've done that. I think I have done that. We don't need, oh yeah, we don't need Tech Boost anymore, because that's completely pointless. We don't need that experience. So we can actually get rid of that. Even though jackpot is useless, it does sometimes increase like a health drop, so it's yeah, it just receives more money and HP MP drops. So when we go against normal enemies, if we do, that will be helpful. And I believe, did Sora get a Berserk at some point, or do we already have that equipped? And yeah, we already have that equipped. Oh, we got another tech boost that I've got equipped. I didn't realise, so we'll take that off as well. So what am I missing that we could equip? I mean, I could equip Ripple Drive, but I've already got Stone Impact, which is actually pretty nice. Blitz we could use just in case, if we're on the floor. Yep, we're going to have Vortex on, because why not? And we're going to have Blitz on. Might as well just have everything possible that's not a limit or a boost that we don't really want. I prefer Air Combo Pluses than normal Combo Pluses. Sadly, Donald doesn't get his Berserk, so I might take off... Oh, he hasn't got Treasure Magnet on. If I take off his Lucky Strike... Nah, he doesn't need it. He's going to be using magic mostly anyway. Yep, I think I'm done there. So, I'm going to say right now, we haven't read all of the Ansem reports, but because there's not a lot of bonus content to talk about with the HD versions of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, there are still bonus things that I need to talk about, like the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3 home menu themes that you can download through the game, as well as the cutscene viewer that's exclusive to the PS4 version of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix HD, which was a bonus DLC, because as all cutscenes are done in the game engine and not as separated from the main game, it's handled a bit differently, and that's why you couldn't skip them in the original release. So they actually made that a separate thing. And the only way you can view the cutscenes is that they made a DLC, but they didn't put it on the PS3 PlayStation Store, they only made it for the PS4 PlayStation Store. So, while covering all that, we can read all the Ansem reports that we've collected. And if I do any more Kingdom Hearts games, I'll probably do it that way as well, because that's at least 10 minutes of an immense lore dump. That is kind of optional. You don't need to read it, but it does give you a little bit more insight. But with that, I think we are ready. All we need to do is make a save checkpoint at the final rest. And now we can finally head through this door. I like it how all of us have got our weapons drawn out except for Donald. You do not get a warning if you've already had it. You go straight in. If you haven't set your shortcuts, that's fine. I don't need gravity, I don't need stop. All I need is arrow and thunder, because thunder is decent and most bosses resist gravity. I am fine. And look where we are! We have come full circle.
Is this my island?
In a way, it is. We are back on Destiny Islands, guys. Except for the fact that that bridge just disappeared and everything is now de-rendering. Yeah, that bridge just disappeared. Strange. Some of the trees are gone as well. But we are back at the beginning of the game. The only time that you can explore this is when you're going to get stuck here. Okay, I can't seem to grab up there. There we go. Can I actually glide to this island? Nope, there's an invisible wall. We can't even go into the water. So things are not as what they appear to be. Remember that we're in pretty much the graveyard of all worlds destroyed by the Heartless. But if we know anything, we know what the keyhole is for this world. What happens if we try to approach?
This world has been connected.
What was that?
Tied to the darkness. Soon to be completely eclipsed. There is so very much to learn. You understand so little. A meaningless effort. One who knows nothing can understand nothing.
Look what the darkness has done to this world when moving it to the realm of darkness. And there he is, still using Riku's body. Why have you reverted? And every time we take a step, dark energy is just pouring out of every step we take. Destiny Islands has exploded. Things have disappeared. And the Darkness Sea has just eroded everything to do with Destiny Islands, or the dark side of Destiny Islands. Remember, we were there when we got destroyed. We were fighting a dark side. We didn't even know what it was. All we had was a key, and we were just whacking things. Now we got the best key, and Ansem's just standing there chilling at the edge of the cracks. Let's head towards him and confront him.
Take a look at this tiny place. To the heart-seeking freedom, this island is a prison, surrounded by water. And so this boy sought out to escape from his prison. He sought a way to cross over into other worlds, and he opened his heart to darkness.
Riku!
Don't bother. Your voice can no longer reach him where he is. His heart belongs again to darkness. All worlds begin in darkness, and all so end. The heart is no different. Darkness sprouts within it. It grows, consumes it. Such is its nature. In the end, every heart returns to the darkness whence it came. You see, darkness is the heart's true essence.
That's not true! The heart may be weak, and sometimes it may even give in. But I've learned that deep down there's a light that never goes out.
I mean, Sora would know. He came back from a Heartless. And somehow you're still human even though you have the Heartless emblem.
So you have come this far, and still you understand nothing. Every light must fade. Every heart return to darkness.
Well, you can keep reinforcing your beliefs, but we're going to fight it to the bitter end. This is Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. We need to rescue Riku. He's got his heart trapped. That's probably how he's keeping his physical form, even in Heartless form. And he's a sentient Heartless, to say the very least. He's got this Guardian that likes to pretty much eat damage and protect him from damage. He can also make a nice, nasty swipe, or even grab you with his Guardian. But other than that, he's pretty much a sitting duck that just flies around. Just whack him. Doesn't matter what level you are, he should be fine. He tried to give me a whack there, but I teched it. All we're doing is just doing a 5-hit aerial combo. That's the maximum we can do. He just blocks every so often. We can hit him with limits. It's perfectly fine. He's got a maximum... Well, he's got maximum health, not over the maximum, as it should be. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really. This guy doesn't really put up much of a fight, but maybe that's because he's trying to see our extent of our power, but I'm not going to push myself. You're going to be insane. Alright, so right now he's trying to grab Sora, and he's basically going to be hitting me every so often. So the Guardian is trying to possess Sora right now. But pretty much similar to the Seal with that Enigmatic Man, all you got to do is press the attack. All you got to do is pretty much not hit the attack button when it says freeze. Just do enough, yeah, because otherwise he'll grab you like that. So what you got to do is just do enough damage to Ansem in order to cancel it out. But you can't obviously use the attack button when it becomes freeze. Do enough damage and the Guardian will return to Ansem to protect him. As you can see right there, I've done enough damage, he returns. Right, let's give him a little bit of a strike raid. Give him a couple of hefty whacks to the face. He blocked that one with his Guardian again. He goes for a nice punch right there. Now he's done an overhead swipe on Sora, so he's sapping health off Sora again. So we just got to do enough damage. Just keep piling on the damage, and this will pretty much be over. But of course, this is the final boss, and this seems a bit too easy. So there's obviously going to be a lot more to come. That's only phase 1 done, and you do get experience for all this. You just won't be able to save it afterwards. You just ripped the island a new one! Dude, the world has already been destroyed once, and now you're destroying it in the realm of darkness. I mean, what's the purpose of taking world's hearts if you're just going to destroy them twice? It don't make much sense to me. But hey, we got a little bit of a respite, so if you do want to re-equip all your items and stuff, how much did Dawn give you? Nothing! Wow, you guys are on point. That's crazy. But yes, we actually have a little bit of a respite, which is kind of odd, really, because this is the only time we're going to get one throughout this entire thing. We fought Ansem once, and now he's waiting for us in the middle of the island that is completely exploded. This is a perfect opportunity to just go straight into your stock and use a cottage. Just max your stuff out. You might as well. I mean, Donald and Goofy aren't going to really be helpful for this particular 2 phases that are coming up. Yep, I said 2 phases. Because, well, once we enter, Ansem's going to be a dick. Just like he did before. Block them off! It's a solo one-on-one match. But it's not exactly a one-on-one because he has a little buddy with him, if you can call him little. We once again face off with a dark side. The 3rd and final time that we actually do. And he's only got orange health. He hasn't got pink or purple health. You know how to defeat this guy. His weak spot is his head. Get tech for doing so. Just keep whacking him. He's already half dead. This dude's a pushover. We know how to deal with this guy. It's just that he has one new move up his sleeve, and he has, well, I think he has one new move up his sleeve. He can actually punch the ground and cause a massive shockwave that will actually do a lot more damage than before, instead of summoning shadows, excuse me. But other than that, that's pretty much it. And if you can output the damage quick enough, you will not even see that attack. Because, I mean, look at it. We're almost done already. Okay, he's summoning shadows. And I like how it uses the exact same music for last time that we dealt with this as well. But it don't matter. He's done. We got a bunch of money right there, and he's defeated. I'm just going to stand on your arm. And thank God that the orbs don't hit us when we're in a cutscene. Because that would be cheap. But now comes the toughest part that gave me a lot of trouble when I was young. The 3rd phase, it's the Ansem Secret Darkness one-on-one match. But it is not a Colosseum match. Ergo immediately. He's not got his purple bar, he's only got the red, but you're on your own this time. Yeah, you didn't really use your Guardian very well there, did you? So he blocks from behind when he's floating like normal, but then he blocks from in front if you keep on attacking him. Kind of like a revenge value, but you can easily just get around him. Or you can just hit him with a limit. I don't know why my Keyblade wanted to curve upwards, he was not anywhere there. Well, I was invincible, so that didn't work out for you, did it? I will not submit. And yes, that can actually be quite devastating this time round, because as you're on your own, Donald and Goofy can't support you if you accidentally press the freeze when he's possessing you. Oh! Awesome tech! Into a combo! Get wrecked! No Dark Aura for you. Because, if you remember, Riku used to do that before. In a way, Riku's Dark powers are derived directly from Ansem, so he's going to be using some of those techniques. I mean, I think those 2 shockwaves were a variation of Dark Break from Riku. And my god, are you actually going to do anything to me? I am walloping you. This is weird. I'm not even on beginner mode. I'm on bloody Final Mix normal difficulty. Which is... yeah, I know how to deal with this. You just got to block it. And somehow he kept missing me. Dude, I wasn't even moving. How'd you miss? Yeah, you can keep doing that. And you know, I'm going to do another strike raid because I feel like he's going to try another submit. And that means I'll avoid it. Oh. Okay, he's going to be sending his Guardian to do shockwaves, following you, either super glide or normal glide, or just keep dodge rolling away at the right time. I don't think you can actually hit him. And then he does that, which is like Ansem Riku's ending attack from Dark Aura. I'm going to give him another strike raid to attack right through the Guardian, because it goes right through without being blocked. I mean, he does block the initial hit, but it's 2 hits otherwise. He tried to submit me, ain't gonna work. No possession for you, my friend. One more strike raid, and you're done. And again, that curved upwards for some reason. And again. There we go. I thought, there we go. 10,000 experience unboosted. Very helpful if you need some last minute level ups.
Behold the endless abyss. Within it lies the heart of all worlds. Kingdom Hearts.
Roll credits.
Look as hard as you are able. You'll not find even the smallest glimmer of light. From those dark depths are all hearts born. Even yours. Darkness conquers all worlds!
This is the true final boss! We only done 3 phases and we still got more to do! He's a freaking battleship! And it's alive! With a face! With no gummy ship to shoot this thing down.
Whoa!
Giving up already? Come on, Sora. I thought you were stronger than that.
You gotta believe! Somehow our Pixie Dust works here to give us flight for the final battle. Aerial combos are your friend, which is why I gave myself aerial combo pluses. He's just a tendril out of his guardian's massive bosom. Donald and Goofy have been absorbed by the darkness inside this massive battleship of darkness. We gotta take off an entire bar of this guy's health all by ourselves. Slap on Aerogun for the extra damage and defense, and knock down all 5 of those bars. Just keep whacking him. Don't let up. You are on your own at this point, and you've still got this entire ship to take down. When you're attacking him, he likes to swing his double dual dark Soul Eater Spear around, which is kind of similar to how Riku's weapon looks. Obviously, we know who he got it from. And lasers also like appearing from behind. The reason why I just say keep on hitting him is because those lasers are pretty much going to track you no matter what you do. Slap on an arrow to reduce the damage taken from him, and it also deflects so you don't take as much recoil. And pop off a kill every so often. As long as you keep attacking, you'll, as well as getting hit with MP Rage and Haste, you'll keep getting your magic back. And he just sits there, allowing you to wallop on his mantis. I don't know why I said man titties. I have Mushu on the brain. Which, if you can land, you can still use summons if Donald and Goofy are with you. But now that we've done enough damage, he decides to seal himself to regenerate and let the entire ship come alive and active. Sadly, that's given him a weakness. Welcome to the depths of darkness itself. You cannot see a thing except for the energy pouring from the floor. You can get tons of items from these special shadows. They still give you the same amount of experience, but they can drop up to mega potions if you have already been using items thus far. So you can still stock up if you are lucky, so Lucky Strike and Jackpot still have some use. Attack the Heart of the Darkness within this sector, and we can escape. Okay, so the next phase of this battle, other than that little mini battles that we've had, and for some reason I could not actually hit that thing, is a bunch of dark tendrils have shown up. If you can destroy all these dark plants, this phase will be complete. They shoot lasers that you can tech back at them, but if you just give them a couple whacks, they'll go down easily, or just spam Thunderger to hit them all at once. And a new weak point has now opened. All we got to do is fly into the portal. And we found Goofy! He's been defending himself against dark balls that seem to only drop magic for some reason. Not good for Goofy. Maybe that was done on purpose. Yeah, these special versions of the Heartless do not actually get registered to Jiminy's Journal. You do not have time to take notes. Just to defeat them all once again, and then attack the Heart of the Darkness once again to get out of this netherworld, I guess. And by doing so, we can weaken the ship one more time, and we'll be able to get out of here. I don't know how far you can actually walk away from the symbol in here, but you can go pretty far. It's a pretty big area for something that you just can't see. Stay near the symbol in order to allow yourself to have a better field of view. There it is. That appeared quite late. And there we go. It looks like an orange eye now I think about it. Just keep whacking it for extra charge. You might as well. Goofy has been rescued, but Donald is still lost inside. So we've still got more destruction to do. The face is now active. Maybe we'll fly through his mug once we knock it out. By the way, before walloping on his mug, more dark tendrils have shown up down here that will keep sniping you. As well as dark energy just coming out of nowhere, raining lightning upon your head. Thunder is actually pretty good at hitting this guy because you can hit him multiple times, but I'd still recommend popping off an arrow gun for both defense and attack power, and just keep walloping him. The thing is, other than the third phase with the one-on-one Ansem fight, the boss is actually pretty easy even at a low level. So I'm just going through it a lot quicker because I'm a higher level, because I went to level 100. That's not the point. See, I was able to stand there for a moment, so I am actually able to summon if I have Donald and Goofy with me. But, speaking of Donald, we got to enter his maw and go straight in. There he is! And Donald immediately decided to try and give Goofy a Aeroga. Surprising that you don't get that yourself. I mean, I think it would have been even more of a nice touch if they had like half their stats or something, or randomized remaining HP and AP. By the way, we're dealing with Invisibles right here. Donald has been fending himself alone against Invisibles. Oh, and there's still another one. How about no? But they even... I tried blocking them and they missed. Wow. These Heartless really need to step up their game. Speaking of which... without a head, without a brain, without the shield, and the membrane, the heart is exposed. Let's take down this ship. Again, take these out. They can have the opportunity to drop items. I believe it's Mega Potions. Yep, for HP purposes. They also drop HP Orbs. In fact, let's land here. And since I actually made a Mushu reference, with the man titties, let's summon Mushu and get him on the action. Why not? Mushu's probably got the most epic summon anyway. Hyper realistic, and then it's just like, nope. I am Mushu! Fire breath that thing! Look at it, it just eats the HP! Destroyed! Let's get him! He's back to full health. He's going to be a little bit more intense with his attacks, but most of the time he's just going to honestly just sit there again. And with Donald and Goofy by your side, there's no need to dodge. Just keep up with the Aeroga, keep up with the attacks, just heal every so often, and he'll go down lightning quick. Keep spamming triangle if you must. You can't use your limits, so you might as well just aggro Donald and Goofy as much as possible, and he is going to be out of here. Kingdom Hearts is not yours, my friend. Give me Riku back. If we can even hit him. Come back. He actually pushed me away for that final hit. 20,000 experience. You're done. Face the light.
It is futile. The Keyblade alone cannot seal the door to darkness. Kingdom Hearts, fill me with the power of darkness.
You can actually see a dark heart behind the door.
darkness!
You're wrong. I know now, without a doubt. Kingdom Hearts is light.
Light! But why?
That was too much light for him to handle.
Come on!
Whoa! Stop staring and keep pushing! Huh?
The darkness is ridden within.
Heartless!
I can't.
Don't give up.
Hello!
Come on, Sora. Together we can do it.
Okay,
Where did he come from? That must be the realm of darkness. This is the door to both worlds. But Riku's on his own on the other side. Or was he? Remember that cutscene earlier?
It's hopeless! Oh? Huh? Your Majesty!
Now, Sora, let's close this door for good.
Close that trap!
but
Don't worry. There will always be a door to the light.
Sora, you can trust King Mickey.
Now, they're coming.
Donald, Goofy, thank you.
Mickey had the other Keyblade all along. A reverse Kingdom Key.
Take care of her.
Mickey and Riku are one team. Sora and Goofy are another, on both sides. Sadly though, we must lock the door, so no one else can open it. Two keys, one door. The prophecy's been fulfilled. And there's our road out of here. The subtext is amazing. Brings on the feels. But we're not done yet.
Kyrie! Sora! Kyrie! Remember what you said before? I'm always with you too. I'll come back to you. I promise! I know you will!
So while this music is playing, I'm going to have to probably either turn it down completely or outright mute it, because it's Yutari Hikaru, not exactly for... Well, it was for Kingdom Hearts, but it's not necessarily about it. And other than the first episode of this entire project, it's probably going to be the only other video of this entire project that's going to probably have a bit of an issue on YouTube, because of the nature of, you know, actual music. That's why I had part 1 up for a good long while before actually continuing with this project proper, and that's also the reason why I couldn't do it as my second project on the channel overall after Zelda Twilight Princess. Plus, the quality would have been a lot worse if I did it at that point anyway, but obviously I didn't have the equipment at that point. I was going to run through a Dazzle, through Composite, 480p on the PS3, and now I'm doing it in Component because I don't have the PS4 version, and even so I can't record in 60 frames because the Roxio won't allow it. But I didn't have the Roxio then, it would not have been widescreen, it wouldn't have been HD, and yeah, I'm glad that I actually waited, and I'm glad YouTube has changed to actually allow me to be able to actually cover the first game of one of my favourite series ever, as well as probably one of the most convoluted but also most beloved stories told by gaming. That sounds very rehearsed, but it's true. We've been waiting forever for Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's literally coming out January 29th, 2019, and I just finished this in like just halfway through July 2018, soon after it was announced. I know that we went on for about like 10 episodes of just like side questing stuff instead of going straight to the end, but that's just so that, you know, probably in the cards on that one episode, I'll probably just have a card to go straight to this episode for those people who don't want it to. But I think the way that I laid out this project was probably like, I went further than I thought. I didn't think I was going to do all the gummy missions. I was just going to outright ignore them, and I'm just so glad I was actually finally be able to cover this game, give my thoughts, as well as probably talk about other stuff about the project. And that just makes it. That gives you goosebumps when you see that. Because, think about it. She may never see Sora and Riku again. Sora may never see Kairi and Riku again, despite staying behind to search for Riku. And Riku is sealed behind a locked door that can only be opened by Sora and Mickey with their Keyblades, or anyone with 2 Keyblades for that matter. And Sora and Mickey are the only known Keyblade wielders thus far, other than Riku, to a point. And he doesn't even have a Keyblade. So, Mickey and Riku, which both Sora, Dawn, and Goofy are looking for, they find them just to say goodbye immediately afterwards for the greater good. And that makes you wonder, are you ever going to see them again? Nomura knew he was going to make a sequel and make this a long-running franchise. And this game was pretty much a massive experiment of fusing Final Fantasy with Disney, and it came out from like a conversation within a lift by happenstance, random chance, by Nomura meeting a Disney representative. It's crazy, and this was the result. And I had no idea this game existed. I was on holiday in Ireland, because, you know, in the UK or Europe in general, it's all PAL region, so I could actually buy it there and take it home with me to play it when I get home, because I didn't bring my PS2 with me, because I just didn't have that foresight. I was on holiday. But the thing is, I saw it in a store, not even that, a clothing store, just a few stores away from a GameStop in Carlo. And the thing is that it was just sitting on a shelf for about £25, and I was like, €25, excuse me. And I was just like, Mum, can I get this game? This looks pretty awesome. And when I first played it, I got Zelda vibes. And I told you that during like the Hollow Bastion beginning, after we fought Riku. There was a lot of Zelda vibes going on. And yeah, it's just, holy crap, man. I just hope that none of this I have to cut out because of the music, and if so, I'll have to re-upload and get rid of the music, because, like I said, other than the first episode, this finale, the credits, is probably going to be one of the major issues. The opening and closing credits are normally what makes people get deterred from covering Kingdom Hearts, but Nomura has said himself, he wants people to play Kingdom Hearts, he wants people to cover it, he wants people to keep stock on the news for Kingdom Hearts 3, and he challenges people to cover Kingdom Hearts in its entirety. Keep up with the news and all that. And, you know, doing Kingdom Hearts, I mean, a lot of people have done Kingdom Hearts on stream, they've done Let's Plays themselves, but because, you know, YouTube's rules and stuff, that's a thing. But this game, I really just wanted to cover, and we also get like a nice little afterthought here. The only problem is that for some reason these screen captures right here weren't redone. They're quite low res. You can see by the aliasing on like around Minnie's ears, for example. Very blocky. So they did obviously cut some corners, but you got to remember as well, for Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, when they wanted to make it HD for PlayStation, I mean, they had the files for all other games, but somehow they lost all the resources for Kingdom Hearts 1. They had to actually get an ISO from for themselves off the internet, from archived stuff, and they had to, like, rebuild the game themselves in order to do it, and it's literally 1 for 1. They've done such an amazing job. This is probably... technically, it's a remake, if you think about it like that, because they had to pretty much piece it all back together, up-res it, clean it up, and then do the usual, just HD porting. I mean, it's technically a port, just a remastered port, not an actual remake, but it technically is. I mean, they didn't really improve much, and there are a couple of other bugs that weren't there before, but at the same time, I've never played the original Final Mix. Europe never got Final Mix on the PS2. The first time they got it was through this very collection that I Let's Played on 1.5 on the PS3. And then it got the 60 FPS and DLC treatment on the PS4 in the 1.5 plus 2.5 remix. And there's all the 7 Princesses of Heart right there. But yeah, it's this series is... I really want to cover more games on this series, which is another reason why I want to get a 3DS capture device, so I don't have to emulate the DS games, because they've only got the movie variants. But I had an idea for that. I'll probably use the HD cutscenes from the collections, but play the game. So every time it comes to a cutscene, instead of showing the compressed FMV that's on the game itself, I could just show the clean HD visuals and segue back. Plus, doing it on the actual hardware means that I can actually use or show off stuff from my original file. And I want to do a lot more stuff with 3DS as well, because, you know, 3DS can play DS, so the captured software, like the captured kit built in, should do it. Haven't got it yet, but I have got it waiting at this present point in time. That's a thing. But yeah, you go through all that game, you finally find Riku, and you beat Ansem, and you finally find Mickey, and that's all you see. But he has a Keyblade, and that's insane, because no one ever thought he would have had a Keyblade. But at the same time, if that was the case, why would he be travelling out other worlds if he didn't have a Keyblade, and tells Donald and Goofy to find someone with a Keyblade? It's crazy. And yes, we haven't looked at the Ansem report, as I've said before. We're going to be checking that out in a bonus episode where I cover both the... well, actually, I'll probably cover the trophies that we got in there as well, because this is already 44 minutes long. I'm not entirely too sure about that. But we've still got other stuff to talk about during this episode as well, once we get to the end. But yeah, we've got a bonus episode covering the PS3 and PS4 themes. Obviously, I do not have the PS4 version of this game from the 1.5 and 2.5 HD Remix collection. But the theme is pretty much exactly the same as what it is on PS3. It's just a static image with no music playing. The only difference is that the PS4 version actually has the Kingdom Hearts, like, menu movement noise, while the PS3 doesn't. But it's literally the same thing. Not only that, though, but we've also got I've actually got to contact one of my mates. Who is it? The Space Kitsune, or Merc's blog. I'm going to be asking him to provide the cutscene portion of the Kingdom Hearts Final Mix HD for the PS4 version, the DLC, that allows you to view the cutscenes without playing through the whole game again. So I'll give him credit for that, and of course we'll read all the Ansem reports, because that's going to take a nice 10 minutes, so that'll be a nice little bonus episode right there. And despite how long this game is, and maybe if I split it up just a bit tad more, it would have hit 70 episodes, but this is actually one of my first long, like, projects that I knew was going to take quite long, but actually finished less than 70 parts. And we've still got Final Fantasy VI to do, because we're doing the Dragon's Den. I've been putting off grinding because I've been wanting to finish this. It's because, I mean, the grinding on here was a lot faster than what it is on there, but I'm almost done, to be honest. So we'll be going back to Final Fantasy VI bonus episodes once this is wrapped up. So that's coming up. Of course, we've got Pikmin 2 Kaizo going on as well, so we'll check out that whenever. That's pretty much our replacement for Ocarina of Time Chaos Edition now. That's wrapped up, as well as the verses of Ocarina of Time. And, of course, our next project is going to be A Hat in Time, unless, you know, Spyro happens and I'm not ready for A Hat in Time, but A Hat in Time should be short enough for me to squeeze in. And I will be planning on doing a little showing off series of custom ships whenever I feel like, because I like building gummy ships. But before we're done, we have one more cutscene. which, to be honest, looks a little bit more compressed than the rest of them. I'm guessing they just ripped this straight out of the original. Yeah, look at that blotchiness. That's not my video encoding.
Now what do we do?
We've got to find Riku and King Mickey.
But, where do we start looking for that there door to the light?
Huh? Huh?
Pluto?
Hey, Pluto! Where have you been?
Huh?
Hi!
Gosh, that's the king's seal!
Hey, have you seen King Mickey?
Yep.
Guys, let's go.
Pluto's just sliding! I saw Pluto just sliding up the mountain. You cannot tell me that you did not notice that. That was a glitch! And I'm pretty sure this is a pre-rendered image because of all the blotchiness going on. I thought they were done. I thought they were done. But yeah, no one's going to question how Pluto just ended up here from Traverse Town, or where the hell we even are. Not only that, but where did he get the letter? How did King Mickey give the letter? No one explains that. But we get one more reminder that Sora is the one that opened the door to the light. But didn't we not just close that door and lock it with Mickey? Foreshadowing. Because, obviously, this part of the collection, there are more games, and Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming up, so we're missing a few titles. But because we have beaten the game, or get everything completed within the journal on Final Mix difficulty, we get a teaser for the next game in the series. A dude with orange eyes coming out of a portal at a dark beach. A cloaked figure wielding 2 keyblades, Oathkeeper, and these are not edited by the way, they're actually appearing on my screen. There's Undefeated. Yep, I didn't have to edit that in, thank God. But yeah, and yeah, a cloaked figure with 2 keyblades, Oathkeeper and Oblivion, taking out hundreds of Neo Shadows and facing what looked like to be an older Riku with a bandage over his eyes. What happened to him? Yeah, a teaser for the second game, if you do well enough in your game. This is our end scorecard. If you didn't obviously fulfill the conditions for the secret ending, you would just go straight to this after the credits where they were running in the green field. All we got to do is press a button in order to view our ending totals. Oh, I thought, wait, hang on, I didn't get my ending totals. What? I'm pretty sure the game was supposed to give us our ending totals. Okay, that's a bit odd, but yeah, there is no way for you to save after beating the final boss. You just reload at your previous save point. So you can fight the boss again whenever you want and go back and do whatever you want to do in order to have another chance to look in the secret ending if possible. I'm pretty sure that there was supposed to be stats appearing in that black area. Unless that's every other Kingdom Hearts game. Because I know it does it in Kingdom Hearts 2. I know it does it in 3 days. And I know it does it in, no, actually, I don't know if it does it in 3 days. It does it in... Yeah, it does it in Kingdom Hearts 2. It does it in Kingdom Hearts 3D. It does it in Birth by Sleep. And it does it in 0.2 as well. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, again, all the other games kind of messed me up on that. I'm pretty sure I remember that having an end scorecard, but that don't matter. I've got all the data anyway, so I'll probably pop that back on screen, just have all the data appear on the side of the screen. So it's fine. I come prepared, but obviously not as prepared as that. But I think the final thing that we got to do pretty much is just look at our trophies. I mean, I literally just got 2 trophies on screen that I haven't had before, so that's actually pretty cool. So yeah, Undefeated and beating it on Final Mix Normal, haven't done on this account before, so that's pretty awesome. Didn't have to edit those in, they appeared on screen. Oh boy, at least that's a little bit less editing for me to do, but still 78%. So obviously we didn't get the Novice player because that's on beginner, unless you're playing on the PS4 version where the higher the difficulty you will actually unlock them all. But we just got clear Final Mix, which is the normal good difficulty of this game, even though it's technically above the original normal difficulty on the original non-Final Mix releases. But now I'm just digressing, I guess. Undefeated. Yes, we got 7 game overs, but because I reloaded my save every time I died, they never counted. So, yeah, the game never actually saved that defeat. Because I never reloaded and continued from there. I just loaded a save, so it clocked it back. So I was able to get that. All the secret boss enemies from just around the world. Then we got all the Olympus Coliseum stuff, including the secret bosses and challenges. Level 100, yeah. Level 100 is like the only other silver we got. Pretty much, the majority of the cups, or the trophies, in Final Mix, in Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, are just bronze. It's ridiculous. Which, funnily enough, if I can find it, because these are all the keyholes. Jiminy's Journal, Minigame Maniac, all the Synthesist stuff. Gummy Ship Collector. Obtain all Gummy Ship blueprints. It's another bronze. You basically got to complete the entirety of the Gummy Ship stuff and make sure you get all the blueprints from Geppetto, Pinocchio, and just ships in general while flying. And then, obviously, complete all the missions to get all the special Gummy Ship drops for Mission 3 rewards to get that. And it's just ridiculous. So, that's literally the only thing I didn't actually get. But I got quite close. I just couldn't do it. And I already spent a good 4 hours doing that as well, so yeah. And I didn't want to look things up because I don't like looking things up too much when I'm doing a project, unless it's beforehand. Just feels a bit more right to me. I like to be more prepared, but there we go. So yeah, all the Veteran Pilot, Oathkeeper, which is just a milestone achievement really, because you can't really continue without it. And then all Keyblades, all Staves, all Shields. We got all the Trinities, got all the Dalmatians. Yeah, we got pretty much 50 trophies. That is insane. And I forget what the maximum is. Is there a way on finding that out? Information. Yeah, there's 56, so we got 50 out of 56. There's just a few that we can't get on a single playthrough. Like, if you are trying to go for everything, like all the secret bosses and stuff, there's probably no way that you're going to get the 15-hour or less speedrun trophy. And there's also another trophy where you can't basically change any of your equipment. So, yeah. So, that's the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, guys. So, the titles are going to be appearing on screen since they didn't appear on screen themselves. Maybe I was supposed to sit there for a little bit longer, but I'm not entirely too sure. I think the ending screen image also changes depending on what difficulty you're on, but I'm not going to cover those because I'm not going to go all the way through Proud and Critical to see what those are. But, you get what I mean. And, I mean, if I have one thing, this Let's Play itself took 50 hours, and it took way more than that because of editing and stuff, of course. But, yeah, that's the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix. We are on the road to cover all the Kingdom Hearts games. The next one, of course, is Chain of Memories. Of course, I'll be covering the original Chain of Memories as well, probably as a differences video instead of a changes video, because it's substantially different in terms of its visual presentation and design. It's literally a 2D game becoming a 3D game, so it literally has different rules and stuff I'm going to have to show off. So, because normally if I cover a game and then a later version comes out, I would cover the changes. This is going backwards, and that would be different, so... But it's substantial enough to actually make another video of it. Plus, of course, the Chain of Memories has way more content on top of it being the Definitive Edition and being in 3D and being a remake. So there's a lot going for that one. And of course, after that, it'll be Reverse Rebirth in Chain of Memories. Favorite for 2 days. Once I get a 3DS capture device, if not, I'll have to emulate it, which is okay. But still. And, yeah, then we can finally get to Kingdom Hearts 2. I want to do the games in that order. I would like to go straight to Kingdom Hearts 2, but because that is definitely my favourite of the series thus far. But that probably won't be happening for a while, because every time I beat a Kingdom Hearts game, I kind of get burned out, and I want to save myself a Kingdom Hearts 3, perhaps. And I'm not a fan of Kingdom Hearts 3 Chain of Memories, so that will just be a Let's Play, not a playthrough. But I'm kind of blabbering on right now, just to give time for the stuff to show up on the screen. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's almost been an hour long without cuts, good lord. But yeah, did as many as the Gummy Ship missions that we can. We pretty much gave them all a good whack. We got the journal 100% filled, got the level 100, got every equipment except for the premium cap, got both the rare truffle ranks, got a bunch of defenders as well as a relic, wizard's relic, all the weapons, all the keyblades, all the shields, all the staffs, and all the Dalmatians, all the trinities, and 50 trophies. 50 out of 56 trophies. That is pretty good. I'm satisfied with that. So, next project on the channel is going to be A Hat in Time, and then after that it will be the Spyro Reignited trilogy. We'll be doing all 3 at once because I have been looking forward to the remake. I've been wanting to do Spyro for ages. And of course, for Kingdom Hearts, we'll next be doing Chain of Memories again on the PS3. But with that, guys, see you guys next time for whatever we do next on the channel. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you guys for sticking in the comments of every video, because this project has had a load of comments throughout every video. I'm very thankful for that, and it actually impacted a few videos as well. But yeah, that's it. So I'll see you guys for whatever we do next. Hope you enjoyed this series, and I'll see you guys next time.